What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Enigmatica 2 Expert. Well, yeah, guys, so last episode, we started making, we started making progress in advanced rocketry. We're able to put the airtight enjambment on our Supremium chest plate, Superium. We filled it full of oxygen by standing on our gas charge pad, and we were able to produce oxygen by making an electrolyzer. So we also had to set up this guy here. What is this? The rolling machine, in order to make the high pressure tanks, in order to make that airtight seal. But yeah, we were able to get all this stuff done. I wanted to continue today doing a little bit more of the advanced rocketry. And I did see here that after the spacesuit was the suit workstation. I think this is what I was missing last time when we were trying to get our spacesuit full of oxygen. I think we have to apply the tanks in the suit workstation. I'm pretty sure that's probably what I was missing. Anyway, let's go ahead and craft this thing up. We need a crafting table in order to do this. So one of those, one of these, and there's a suit workstation. So if we set this thing down, yeah, now we can put in the different pieces of armor. Now, I don't know if we can put in this armor or if it has to be the spacesuit. That doesn't appear to like ungray this stuff out, so that might not work. So suit, let's try putting in our space suit. Is any of those our space suit? It doesn't really look like it, does it? So it is called space suit. Well, let's search for space maybe. Ah, there we go. There's the pieces we're looking for. So if I put the helmet in here, yeah, now we get some spaces available. Chest plate, there's where you put in the oxygen. Okay, so that's what we were missing last time. So if I grab a titanium plate, I do this and I craft one of those. I can put that into our rolling machine here. So that should turn that into 4 of those titanium sheets. If I put that back in there, we should get 2 of the high pressure air tanks. I really think that's what we were missing. Pretty sure. It's been a while since I've done advanced rocketry, so I don't remember everything that we need to do. Wait, why did that only make 1? Did we run out of lubricant? Ah, we ran out of lubricant. Okay, so let me grab a bucket. I've been letting our distillation tower go since last episode. And in fact, I got a little bit more. I think I got shale oil this time. Oil shale, whatever that is. We did oil sand last episode, but yeah, you can also find it in stone. I went to the deep dark with the digital miner to try and find some of the shale oil, which is the same exact thing. It's just you find it in stone instead of sand. Anyway, so we have 2 of these high pressure tanks now, so we should be able to place those into here. And when we remove the spacesuit, I do believe we can fill that full of oxygen now when I stand on this. There we go. That is the issue. So yes, we now have oxygen in our spacesuit. So the other thing we were talking about last episode was, does advanced rocketry have radiation? I don't know. If we need to put radiation stuff, I think we make the items. Let's take a look at this. Plating. I think you have to put in this different plating for the radiation stuff. Actually, if we go to the uses of this, it shows you crafting it. Heavy radiation shielding. And then you can do that way. So heavy radiation shielding is medium radiation shielding plus DU plating and some beryllium and hard carbon alloy. Yeah, I'm not sure if we have to do this or not. I feel like we're just going to use our regular armor, and if there's a problem with radiation, we'll figure it out at that time. Anyway, so suit workstation, we did that. Let's go and take the loot chest for this guy. We'll pop in, we get ourselves some sponges, 4 of them. All right. So now that that's done, the next quest that we have available is rocket assembly machine. Yeah, that's the only thing we can do next in the section here for advanced rocketry. So rocket assembling machine. The rocket assembling machine is a multi-block structure that will allow you to make rockets to go into space. That sounds like what we want to do. The first quest will only detail how to build the structure. Start by placing launch pad blocks in a rectangle on the ground. It can be anywhere from a 3x3 to a 16x16, and that's really big, on the same level. Place a structured tower near one of the side, then stack up more of them to make a 1-block tower. This tower can be anywhere from 4 to 64 blocks tall. Okay, so minimum is a 3x3 of the launch pad with a 4-block tall tower next to it on one of the sides. Got it. Finally, place a rocket assembling machine itself 1 block above the level of the pads with the back of the machine facing the pad and plug it with RF. If you did this correctly, it should no longer say invalid launch pad structure. Okay. Then you need the fueling station to be able to fuel your rockets. Place it somewhere near your assembling machine. Plug it in with RF and your source of rocket fuel. Then sneak right click it with a linker. Okay. So it's talking about our source of rocket fuel. But this quest right here is our rocket fuel quest. And we don't have this done yet. So I guess we have to make the rocket assembling and then do the build the rocket. And then this becomes available. Anyway. So this wants us to make 1 rocket assembling machine, 9 launch pad, which I think we already have. I mean, we got a bunch of them actually. So we have the launch pads. I think we got those from rewards a few times. Structure tower and fueling station. So rocket assembling machine requires us to have titanium gears, titanium rods, a whole bunch of this stuff. So how much of that can we just craft? None. Well, I guess the structure there. So there's some concrete. Titanium gears. We do not have on auto craft, and we need to put that into the gear working die or the metal press. Okay, well, let's go ahead and grab some Actually, no. We can just make the recipe. I forgot. We come over here, we do this. We can do that guy, this guy. This one, we'll get rid of this, make the recipe here. Gear, metal press, I guess we'll just stick it there. So titanium gear, we want 2 of those. There we go, that works just fine. So again, coming back to this thing, we want to do that. All right, so we need 2 control circuits, a user interface. 2 control circuits, a user interface. I forgot the last item was. That was the titanium rods. We already have that on auto craft. Very good. So now we should have everything here. Oh, I did the wrong one. Control circuit board. No, I guess those just didn't finish crafting. All right, so there we go. There's our rocket assembling machine. So that's done. So now we need structure tower. 4 of these is what it wants. We craft 8 of those, and that is with steel rods. So we need 6 more of those minimum. All right, it's going to go through and process a little bit of steel here, but that doesn't take too long, I don't think. And then we got to make those into the rods, and there we go. That's a metal ladder. That is the wrong thing. Wait, what? Okay. I think, yeah, I had the 3 this way, 3 this way, and the 1 in the center when it's supposed to be 3 this way, 3 this way, and 1 in the center. Okay. So anyway, structure tower, we have those, so that should complete that. And then we need a fueling station. None of this stuff is too complicated. We have like pretty much all the stuff on AutoCraft. I think we have all that tin plate. Yeah, I'm sure we have all of that on AutoCraft here. Steel fan, one of these things. I would make a Applied Energistics thing to craft all this stuff, but I really don't think we're ever going to craft more than one of those, so that seems kind of like a waste. User interface. What's this last thing? No, we have everything. We're just waiting on that liquid thing to be crafted. Oh, there it goes. All right. So now we should have everything here, and it should say quest complete. Maybe. Yep, there we go. Awesome. All right, so let's take the top loot chest. We'll claim it. We'll pop it. We get ourselves flux crystal block. 9 flux crystals. I guess that's okay. So yeah, we have everything here. So now we have to make the launch pad. It said 3x3 minimum. We might go something like a 5x5. We're going to need a little bit of space for this, and I'm not sure exactly where we should place it. I'm almost thinking we should do it over here. But above us is where we're doing the Gaia fight. I guess we could move that and redo this somewhere else. I feel like this is where I want to place it. Sun's going down, so let's grab our sleeping bag and we'll just do a quick right click there. Yeah, you know what? Let's go ahead and come up here. We're going to vein mine away all of this dirt. Even though this was like such a pain to do, I think we're just going to go ahead and get rid of this. All right, guys. So we went with a 5x5 launch pad. Yep. We placed the rocket assembling machine 1 block above the launch pad. And then we have our structure tower here. This does have to be placed starting at the same level as the launch pad. And then I went up, I guess 7 blocks tall. Well, there's 8 blocks tall, 7 blocks above the launch pad. And if we right click on here, it says rocket unscanned. So yes, everything appears to be correct. I placed down our flex point here, just gave it some redstone energy flex ducts. And then over here, our fueling station has power as well, but we don't have fuel. Okay, well, let's take a look here. So this is all done. Our next step is to build a rocket. This says building a rocket is the last step before getting to space. The rocket needs to be built on your rocket assembly machine with the launch pad blocks delimiting the horizontal space you have and the structure tower, the vertical space you have. You can't go higher than your stack of structured towers, and you can't go out of the rectangle of the launch pad. So basically what that's saying is if we want to build a wider rocket, we need more launch pad. If we want to build a taller, we need more structured tower. Okay. So going back to the quest here, let's see. A manned rocket needs a guidance computer, a seat, at least 1 rocket engine. A better version can be crafted once you get titanium, iridium alloy. I think we can do that already. And at least 1 liquid fuel tank. There are no other restrictions that apply. Your rocket can be as unrealistic as you want, so long that you respect the above points. To check if your rocket is actually capable of reaching space, go on your rocket assembling machine and click scan. It will both tell you how and what's missing, as well as various stats as follows. Thrust, your weight, your fuel, acceleration. When your rocket is ready, click the build rocket. Okay. Finally, insert your planet ID chip into the guidance computer inventory, and then the rocket's inventory, and select the destination. We want to go to Luna. Man, there's so much information. Make sure you have a full spacesuit or full armor enchanted with airtight seal. Oh, do I have to put the airtight seal on all 4 of my pieces? I might do that. I might see if we can do that. You will then arrive on Luna. To go back, select Earth like you selected Luna earlier. Board the rocket and take off again. You don't need as much fuel to take off from Luna. All right. So I don't remember once we get to Luna, or what, in this case, Luna, if we have to have some kind of a rocket launch pad there and a fueling station and this kind of stuff. Yeah, I'm not sure how that all works. But it looks like it wants us to build a few pieces here. So we need a guidance computer, planet chip, a seat. I think we must already have a seat. We probably got that as a reward at some point. Liquid fuel tank. So we already have a few of those that we've crafted or we've gone from rewards. And then a liquid fueled engine. So a guidance computer. What does this thing cost? Guidance computer. This requires, oh, this looks expensive, tracking circuits. So in our precision assembler, we need basic circuit plate, eye of enter, and redstone. Okay, so that should finish up here and should be able to make this thing now. Click this, that guy. Awesome. So we need the engine, we need this, we need a guidance computer with a seat, and then we have to put in the planet ID chip. So quest complete, building a rocket. Awesome. All right, so it said we needed at least one of these. And then we need this. And then a guidance computer. Whoops. A guidance computer with a seat. Perfect. That looks like a rocket to me. I think that's all you really have to do, to be honest. But let's scan it. So it's doing a thing. Not enough fuel capacity. Ah, okay. Well, I mean, I guess that's a thing. Guidance computer. And place that in there. The chip, how do we program this? I think there's a way to program it, and I don't remember how that works. I guess I'm going to have to take some time here to kind of figure out what I need to do here. I'll play around with this. We'll make it a little bit better than this. All right, guys. Well, I keep playing a game here. It's called Build a Nice Looking Rocket and then, you know, scan it, see if it's good. So I did that. Originally, I just had 2 rocket liquid fuel tanks and the engine at the bottom on all 4 sides of my rocket. And then I scanned it. It's like not enough thrust. I was like, okay, so let's add in some more liquid fueled engines. So I decided to go to like triple what we had here, put 3 on each side, 2 tanks on each side, and it said not enough fuel. So I added more liquid fuel and it said not enough thrust. So then I added more engines. It says not enough fuel. So we keep going through this process here where it's just not going to work with what we're trying to do here. So instead of building a nice rocket, or at least one that looks decent, we're just going to go with something really silly, I guess. Something that'll get us to where we need to be. Yeah. The other thing is, though, with that many engines and that many fuel tanks, like, we're going to need a stupid amount of fuel, I think, in order to get us going anywhere. So let's go ahead and get rid of all of this stuff. We'll start very basic. Let's just do, I don't know, like 5 engines. I really don't know like what we need here to get going, but we'll try it this way. We'll do, I don't know, probably 2 of those on each one of them, and then we'll put our guidance computer in our seat. We'll just see if something like this is going to work. Our computer needs that chip in there. Is that good enough? Like, this is completely unrealistic, but that should be enough fuel and enough thrust for like 1 single block, I guess 2, counting the seat, to get us to where we need to be. And it says clear for liftoff. Oh my goodness, that's absolutely silly. So 17N, I guess that's Newton. I guess that's what the N stands for. We'll be using 5 millibuckets per second on the fuel, and we can accelerate at 0.07 meters per second squared, whatever that means. I don't know. I'm not a rocket scientist. So yeah, if we try to like make this enclosed, I'm just kind of curious. If we try to enclose this, give us 2 blocks of space in here and then a nose cone. Where are we at with this? So this says weight 17. If I try and do that, it's probably just going to be like not enough thrust. Even if that does clear, it's like, how are we going to get onto that seat? I don't know. This mod, it says it's clear for liftoff, 30N. Okay, well, it looks like it would let us do that, but I don't think we'd be able to like click on the seat and be able to ride the rocket properly. So yeah, this is a very silly rocket. We could probably get rid of some more of the thrust here. We have 50N of thrust. We have 30N of weight. I think those numbers have to be the same in order to work. So I think I'll play around with this just a little bit more. Maybe get rid of like 2 of these. Something like that. If we scan it again, I'm kind of curious what the thrust is going to be. It's probably going to take us to 30 since we had 50 before. 30 weight 11. So we're still clear for liftoff. So if I get rid of this, I think this brings us back to like our original design here. That should be even less weight and even less fuel usage. If that's enough, we might just go with this. Not enough fuel capacity. Okay, well, we can make that better. Get rid of that. We have plenty of these fuel tanks. I made so many of these things. So 2 more of those, our guidance computer and our seat. There we go. Are we clear? Is that enough fuel capacity? Hopefully so. If not, we can go back to the 3 thruster design and the 6 fuel tanks that we had. Yeah, it still doesn't like that. That's weird. Okay, well, let's go back to the original design that did work. We'll just do this. We will put down our 2 other engines. We'll get rid of this. Bring this down. I'm flying. It takes forever to break blocks. Okay. Guidance computer. And our seat. And I think it said that was good enough. So that is 3 times the thrust. Pretty much the same amount of fuel. And it says we're good. All right, so that's what we're going to go with. Absolutely silly. Doesn't make any sense at all. but that's what we're going to do. So now we need to figure out fuel for this thing. Let's go ahead and we'll do the middle loot chest. We'll pop it. We get ourselves speed upgrades. All right, that's not bad. So we had a quest for rocket fuel here. And this quest says your rocket needs fuel to work. The following liquids are viable rocket fuels. Okay. Rocket fuel, refined fuel, pyrotheum, neutron, liquid oxygen, UU matter, liquid starlight. Rocket fuel is made in the mixer multi-block. All right, guys, so I figured the easiest way for us to fuel our rocket would be with liquid starlight, since we already had like 800 buckets of the stuff. So I grabbed our portable tank that has our liquid starlight. I am piping it into our fueling station here, but our rocket is not receiving fuel. So one thing that I did off camera here is if you scan it, it goes through that thing. It says all the information about your rocket. And then when you says it's clear for liftoff, you have to click the build button, and then it does that whole thing again. And then your rocket turns into an entity. Yeah, so it's no longer blocks or whatever. Cool. So we have that done. I made a linker, and this is another one of those gotchas from Advanced Rocketry. So if you search for Advanced Rocketry, and you go through here, it's like, how do I get fuel into the thing? There's nothing in here that looks like that'll link it. Yeah, it's because it's from a different mod. It's from this mod here, Volpa's Library. I have no idea why that's in a separate mod, but it is. Anyway, you need this linker thing. I haven't done this yet. I think you do a shift right click or just a right click. I'm not sure. Right click, shift right click. Okay, I programmed the linker with the fueling station. So there's that. And then I guess you shift right click onto the rockets. I don't know if you have to do it for each one of these tanks or if it's just the one thing. But anyway, you can see that thin line here showing something happening. If I right click on the rocket, we get on it. Yeah, we can now see on the UI on the left-hand side that the fuel is increasing. So that's probably all the fuel that we need. Now, another option I was made aware of is if you get yourself a tank full of fuel, I think you have to do like the high pressure tank. And I'm not sure if you fill it up in here or how this works. But if you get one of those tanks, you can right click it while you're on the rocket and that will fuel it as well. Let's try getting ourselves... I don't know if it'll work with one of these tanks or it has to be like a high pressure tank or how that all works. But anyway, you know what? I don't think I'm going to mess with that too much. So yeah, it looks like we're full of fuel now. We have everything that we need and it wants us to go to Luna. So in order to do that, we need our Planet ID chip in there, which I think I already got. So if you do a shift right click onto the rocket, we click here for the guidance computer. Yeah, we have the Planet ID chip. So let's do a shift right click on here. Again, we can do select a destination and you get this thing. So then you got to go find what you're looking for, or maybe you can click planet list. Yeah, so Luna. So there we go. We click Luna and we can click select. So now if we do a shift right click on here and we go to the guidance computer, the planet name is set for Luna. So that should be pretty much all we need to do in order to go to the moon. Now, I did go ahead and add airtight seal to all 4 pieces. Yeah. We only did to the chest plate before, but I'm pretty sure it has to be on all 4 of our different pieces of armor here. So we have that going on. So another thing that I did is I made another portable tank. I filled it full of oxygen. I brought an ender fluid conduit and a gas charge pad. This way, if we're starting to run low on oxygen, we can fill up the gas charge pad with the liquid oxygen, with the ender fluid conduit. We stand on there and then I'll fill up our suit so we won't run out of air. Yep. So other than that, I think we're pretty good to go. There is one more thing I would like to do just in case, and that is a dislocator. In fact, don't we have one that we made long ago? Yeah, so we have this one bound to... Let's do this one. It's got 20 uses remaining. We have this one that's bound to the overworld. So if something bad happens, we can right click on this and this will get us back to the overworld. And then the moon, I don't know, maybe we should... Nah. I was gonna say, maybe we should set a dislocator on the moon. Actually, you know what? Let's do that. Let's do that. So we don't have to take our rocket. We don't have to worry about fuel. We don't have to do any of that stuff. Okay, so I think we should be good to go. This is one of those things. It's like, do I have everything set? I don't know. Yeah, airtight seal and everything. We have oxygen. We have a way to replenish our oxygen. We have a way home in case something bad happens. We have a dislocator to set there. I guess we could make ourselves a the pedestal to set this on when we get there. The way home, I guess, is what we want to do. One of those, this. All right. So when we get there, we can place this overworld, and then we can set one of these at the moon. That way we can warp back and forth freely. I think that's something that we want to do. All right, well, I think we got everything ready to go. Press space to take off. So we're going to launch in 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Can we do F5? Ooh. This seems safe. I'm sure everything's going to be just fine. Don't worry about me. Yep, no problems here. Everything should be okay. I like the trail of smoke below me. That's pretty cool. All right, so our altitude, we are about a third of the way there. Is it really going to make us go all the way up to the top of this altitude list? Maybe, I'm not sure. Our Y says we're at Y 500, 600. Okay. So we're more than halfway where we need to be. Mm-hmm. All right. And our altitude is at the very top. Our challenge complete, one small step, advancement made, moon landing. Press space to descend, auto descend. Okay, well, space to descend. I assume we are using our oxygen. Okay, it says we're on moon dark right now is the biome. Man, this thing is descending so slowly. Are we going back up? The Y looked like we were at 900 going down, and then it like wrapped back around to 900 or something. That was really weird looking. Anyway, so we are at Y 450, 300. Oh, okay, it's doing stuff here. I guess slowing down our descent. Ooh, that's a cool looking crater. I like it. I like it. And we are slowly going back to the moon, or slowly going to the surface, I guess. Space to take off. Well, I don't really want to take off just yet. All right, I don't see any monsters around here, so that's good. Let's go ahead and set a waypoint here, I suppose. New, we'll call this rocket. That's fine. So we'll save that here. So now we have like a way of knowing where we are. I will place down our dislocator right here at our rocket, and I will put down the overworld portal. And then I guess right here, I'll do a shift right click on this one. So we are dim planet. Hopefully that's the correct planet and it'll know that we're on the moon. Wait, how does this thing work? How does that work? We don't have the infinity. What? How is this even possible? Okay, well, apparently it says that we're within range of our wireless. It says wireless out of range, but this is working. I don't understand it. That's fine. Okay, well, anyway, we have a way to get back to the moon. Our oxygen seems to be just fine. So what are we supposed to be doing here? I'm not sure. So we got to the moon. We did the thing. Rocket fuel. We figured that out. Guess we'll claim our 10 levels. That's fine. So, yeah, I'm not sure what there is on the moon for us to do. That's kind of interesting. Chunk border kind of a thing. Probably want to stay in creative flight mode as much as possible. Yeah, I know everything's kind of dark. Charged surge quartz. That looks really weird. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure what we should do here on the moon. Is there some kind of ores that spawn here on Luna that I'm not aware of? Something that would be useful? Maybe we should dig down all the way to bedrock and then try and vein mine the stone and see what we come up with. I'm not sure what else we should do. All right, so I went down to bedrock. It is flat bedrock, and we have all sorts of ores around it. Placed on a torch so we can see better, but unfortunately, we can't do that. I did see that we have dilithium ore. So that's new. That's something we haven't done yet. Quest complete, dilithium ore. Awesome. Let's grab that. We got a little over a stack of it. So a quest complete for dilithium ore. Right here. We're wrapping around this way. I didn't see this quest was next. So dilithium ore, an extremely rare ore found on moons. I don't think I would say it's that extremely rare. Let's do this. This guy. Pop it. And we get ourselves basic energy relay crystals. 4 of them. Yeah, this doesn't seem to be that rare, to be honest. So just a little bit more vein mine. A little bit more of this. I need to get rid of this moon turf. I don't care about that. I could probably add that into the dank null, but for right now, it's fine. Well, maybe it is more rare than I thought it was, but it seems like it's fairly common. I mean, I seem to be collecting it quite quickly. It's not like I'm really doing a whole lot of work here to find it. Yeah, here's some more. Okay, so in just a little bit of time here, we got a little over 2 stacks. So, like new plus on the pickaxe. That's kind of cool. Yeah, I like the fact that we can just pretty much vein mine for forever right now. Our hunger stays full all the time. So the only thing that we're doing is just skilling up our pickaxe, which is pretty cool. So we got 2 modifiers on it. If I wanted to add more haste or something along those lines, I think what we're going to want to do, oh, here's more dilithium. I think what we're going to want to do is get something like night vision enchantment on our armor. Maybe we could even look at switching over to the dark armor, because I think you can get night vision on that pretty easily. So I don't know. But anyway, now that we're here, we got to the moon. We have a warp back and forth. Let's see if we can ride our rocket back to our base. I assume we can do that. So if we do a shift right click on the rocket, we go to the guidance computer. No, we need to do a shift right click, select destination, planet list, Earth, select, and then we'll just double check that this is set. Yeah, planet name Earth. So I think we should be set if we right click on here. Space to abort. Otherwise, we got to wait 9 seconds. I think this is just going to go through that same whole process. All right. So yeah, I'll meet you guys back at home unless something else happens. Well, all right, guys, we made it back safe and sound. Lots of smoke left from our descent. And yeah, our rocket ended up right back where we started. I assume that the fuel has refueled. Actually, not sure. If we get back on our rocket, nope. So we used 2/3 of the fuel to go. Oh, look at this, and we're at the we're at our special constellation tonight too. How did a zombie track me all the way over here? What the heck? Anyway, so we only used about 2/3 of the fuel. We got back safe and sound. We did get dilithium ore, and dilithium ore is used for a few different things here. Like we can put it into the crystallizer and make the dilithium crystals. I think we need this for the warp cores, for fuel for that. And it's also used in a crafting recipe for a creative power cell. So there is some other use for that. I don't know, like as far as the other planets go, what else we need to do. We do get a bunch of quests here for more advanced rocketry stuff. So we will be looking at that here in the near future, I am sure. But anyway, guys, we're going to go ahead and wrap up the episode for today. We got to the space age. We went to the moon. We got everything figured out. I'm feeling pretty good about where we are. Anyway, that's it for today. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to leave a like on the episode if you liked it, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.